I would say that the fact everything is virtual and I feel like I might not get the full experience has put me off uni a bit, and has made me less excited than I was when I found out in January. But I guess I'm just going to have to go and see and hope for the best, really. I'm Ell, I'm 18, and at the end of this month I should be starting at Lucy Cavendish College, Cambridge University, to study human, social and political science. I'll be staying in college accommodation, so it's a bit like halls. It's halls, just slightly different. When I first found out I'd got into the university in January, I envisioned university very different to how I think it's going to be now, especially in terms of social life and nightlife, especially because that's quite a large part of the university experience. And lectures as well. We're seeing quite a standard part of university to go to your lectures, and with those being online and social events being restricted as well, I'm slightly apprehensive it might be maybe a substandard university experience. I won't get the full experience that I would have if I went as far as hadn't happened. But I'm excited nonetheless, and I still think they'll make it work, especially with technology. A lot of issues can be resolved. It's just a very new way of living and learning. And also a bit of getting used to, I think, and very different from my expectations. It's going to be a lot more restricted. Also, there's a lot more rules to follow, especially in terms of social life. A lot of people that I heard went to uni, they spent quite a lot of time, especially in Freshers Week, going out to clubs, pubs, etc., just meeting a lot of people. And that's just not going to be possible because obviously we've got to be safe and protect from the virus and everything. The small group teaching might be able to take place in a socially distanced manner, but big lectures are obviously going to be online. It's been my first experience of learning virtually, and I've never used quite a lot of the platforms before, so it's going to take quite a lot of getting used to. And it's very different way of working, not face to face. And just the social life, meeting people, being able to go out and about. And quite often university is one's first taste of freedom, and it's not going to be as free as it would be in previous years because obviously there are certain rules and regulations that have to be followed. And they have said that quite a lot of social events, societies, etc. will be virtual. They haven't really released details of how they're going to work. It's just so unpredictable. They're waiting, I think. But they have said that they will try and provide as many events that can't take place in person safely, virtually. I'm quite scared, to be honest, about my education being virtual. It's nothing I've ever done before. I don't know what to expect, and I'm not entirely sure how having lectures virtually will impact my education and understanding. And it's just a very new and unprecedented time, really. I just don't know what to expect. And the same with social events. I'm quite nervous that I won't meet as many people as I would have done if I went last year or pre-corona. But I do think it's good that they are making an effort to try and carry on some things to reduce isolation. But it's just very unknown, really. A household at my university will most likely be the general rule will be the floor of the accommodation you live in, because the accommodation, especially my college, is a bit like flats, the setup of it. So on my floor, that'll be because we all share a bathroom and a kitchen. So the people you share the bathroom and the kitchen with, that's your household. Cambridge are offering weekly testing for everyone living in accommodation. So everyone, even if you're asymptomatic, they recommend you do the test once a week. Gets taken, and they take a sample from each household, and then if that sample is obviously positive, the whole household isolates. I think that's obviously a good idea, and we'll be able to make things run a little bit smoother. Because obviously, if you're 100% sure you are negative, then certain restrictions within the household can be eased. I know that the colleges are going to try to obviously enforce the 6-person rule that's coming in to place. There's going to be a lot less, there'll be a lot more restrictions on visitors to college as well, even from other colleges within the university, and especially staying over and things you can't have visitors at the moment. We'll be in household bubbles at university. Basically, most of the time those bubbles are decided by the floor that you live on, and that'll be your household bubble. And obviously you will be able to meet people outside that bubble, but it'll be more restricted. I do think quite a lot of people will still try and bend the rules, especially at university, not even meaning to, because especially quite a lot of university houses, when you move out in second year from halls, are quite often more than 6 people. So it is going to be impossible to stick to that rule. But I don't know. I think we just have to wait and see. I'm very apprehensive to start Cambridge because obviously I have no idea what to expect. It's different from previous years. Obviously no one I know, obviously I've never been to university before, so I don't know what to expect, but it's almost double because no one else knows either, because I can't ask people from previous years. The experience is so different. as much as I am nervous about starting university, I'm excited as well, and I think I just got to try and make sure the excitement is the primary emotion and just kind of deal with all the anxiety. Because once I get there and know things, hopefully it should all work out. I'm very excited to meet the people that I will meet. I'm sure I'll meet some great people whilst I'm there, and I'm very, very excited to get back into like learning in my subject. Like, I'm doing some preparatory reading, and it's just really reminded me how much I have missed like my routine, my academics massively, and I'm very excited for that.